The sun rises over a valley where the earth hums with life. A lion's roar echoes through the dawn. A river glints like a silver thread, weaving through ancient woodlands. This is South Luangwa National Park, Zambia's wild heart. A sanctuary of raw beauty, and far to the south, the Kalahari Desert stretches under a blazing sky, its red sands whispering tales of survival. These are lands where nature writes stories of grit, wonder, and defiance. South Luangwa is a world alive. The Luangwa River carves its path, feeding mopane woodlands that sprawl wide and Mayambo forests cloaked in morning mist. Here, over 60 mammal species roam. More than 400 birds fill the skies. The rare Thornycroft's giraffe strides through the brush. The elusive Cookson's wildebeest grazes in the open. This isn't just a place. It's a living, breathing masterpiece. A haven for creatures found nowhere else on Earth. What makes this park extraordinary? It's the cradle of the walking safari. No distance, just you, the earth, and the wild. Each step stirs the dust. You hear the crunch of dry grass, the distant call of a fish eagle. You feel the pulse of the land. It's a journey that binds you to nature. Tracks in the dirt become clues. A faint scent in the air, a story. This is where you learn to listen to the wilderness, to respect its untamed spirit. Now, shift your gaze to the Kalahari, a desert where heat shimmers and water is a fleeting hope. Yet, life thrives in this harsh expanse. Animals here dance with scarcity. A springbok sips moisture from a single leaf. A meerkat stands guard, eyes sharp. The Kalahari is a testament to endurance. Every heartbeat here is a triumph over the odds. But these lands faced a brutal trial. In 2023 and 2024, El Nino struck Zambia with a merciless drought. Rivers that once roared in South Luangwa shrank to whispers. Oxbow lakes, those vital pools carved by the river's twists, faded under a cracking sun. Food grew scarce, animals roamed, desperate for water. Disease lingered in crowded watering holes. It was a season of struggle, a test that pushed life to its limits. Yet, the wild endured. Animals adapted with fierce resolve. A buffalo braved crocodile-filled waters for a patch of grass. A leopard dragged its kill high into a tree, beyond scavengers' reach. A lion hunted in the cool dawn, saving strength. These are more than survival tactics. They're acts of hope. Proof that life finds a way, even when the world turns harsh. South Luangwa's story began eons ago. The earth itself shuddered as continents split. Carving deep valleys and fertile plains, the Luangwa Valley rose from this chaos. Its soil, rich with history. Cradle life today, the river weaves through, spawning lagoons that pulse with energy. These wetlands are the park's lifeblood. A delicate web where every creature, from the hippo wallowing in the shallows to the eagle soaring above, plays a role. The Kalahari has its own rhythm. Its dry season, from May to September, is unforgiving. Days burn, nights freeze, water hides in the roots of sparse plants. Yet, the animals here move with purpose. A lion stalks at dusk, conserving energy. A brown hyena scavenges, drawing water from carrion. These are the desert's lessons, strategies honed by time, wisdom born of necessity. As we step into this journey, let's pause to wonder, what can these creatures teach us? The elephant, remembering paths to hidden water. diving with pinpoint grace. The buffalo, standing firm against a lion's charge. South Luangwa and the Kalahari are more than wild places. They're mirrors, reflecting the strength and fragility of life. So, join us. Walk the valley's trails. Feel the desert's heat. Hear the stories etched in paw prints and wing beats. The wild is calling. Will you answer? The sun climbs higher, casting golden light across South Luangwa National Park. The Luangwa River glints, a lifeline etched into the heart of Zambia's wild valley. This is no ordinary place. It's a world shaped by the Earth's ancient fury. A land where life clings to every drop of water, every blade of grass. And far away, the Kalahari Desert lies under a relentless sky, its red sands daring life to endure. These are the stages where nature plays out its grand drama. But the story isn't always one of triumph. Sometimes, it's a tale of struggle, of survival against the odds. Let's start with South Luangwa. Picture a valley born from chaos. Millions of years ago, the Earth's crust tore apart. Continental plates collided and split, carving deep scars that became this fertile basin. The Luangwa Valley emerged, a cradle of life. Its alluvial plains, rich with silt, nurture a tapestry of ecosystem along the river's edge. Oxbow lakes shimmer like forgotten jewels. These crescent-shaped pools, left behind by the river's restless twists, are more than beautiful. They're vital, lifelines for countless creatures. Hippos jostle in their shallows. Fish eagles perch nearby, eyes locked on the water. These lagoons are the pulse of the park, weaving a delicate web where every life matters. The landscape here is a mosaic. Mopane woodlands dominate, their tough leaves defying the heat. These trees are survivors, built to withstand drought and fire. Higher up, Miambo forests spread like a green cloak, cooler and humid, hiding species found nowhere else. The air carries the scent of dry earth and wild herbs. This is a place of contrasts. Lush wetlands in the rainy season, parched plains when the rains fade. The climate is tropical, semi-arid. From November to April, the rainy season pours down, delivering 700 to 1,200 millimeters of water. The land drinks deeply. Grasslands bloom, rivers swell. Life explodes in vibrant color. But when May arrives, the dry season takes hold. The transformation is stark. Rivers shrink, lakes evaporate. The earth hardens under a scorching sun. Animals gather around the Luangwa River's dwindling channels. A narrowing corridor of survival, it's here. In this tightening grip of scarcity, that nature reveals its raw power. Predators stalk, prey scatter. Every moment is a dance between life and death. The river becomes a stage, and the drama is breathtaking. Now, let's cross to the Kalahari Desert, a world apart, yet bound by the same thread of endurance. Here, the land is a sea of red sand, baked by relentless heat. Days blaze, reaching 40 degrees Celsius. Nights plunge to near freezing. Water is a ghost, hiding in the roots of sparse grasses. The Kalahari's dry season, from May to September, is a crucible. No rivers flow here, no lagoons offer refuge. Yet, life persists. Animals have learned to live with less, to move with purpose, to find hope in the smallest signs of moisture. A springbok nibbles dew-kissed leaves. A brown hyena scavenges, drawing water from carrion. This is a land that tests the limits of survival. But in 2023 and 2024, both these worlds faced a trial like no other. El Nino swept across Zambia, bringing a drought that broke the land's heart. In South Luangwa, the rainy season failed. Rivers that should have roared lay silent. The Luangwa River, the park's lifeline, shrank in a whisper. Oxbow lakes dried to cracked mud. Grasslands withered. The food chain crumbled. Animals wandered, searching for water that wasn't there. Buffalo crowded shrinking pools. Lions waited in the shadows. Disease spread in the close quarters, a silent threat stalking the weary. Over half of Zambia felt this drought's grip. Migration patterns faltered. Life hung in the balance. The Kalahari, already a land of scarcity, grew even harsher. Water sources vanished, plants shriveled. Prey moved on, forcing predators to roam farther. The heat was merciless, draining strength from even the toughest creatures. Lions hunted at dawn, saving energy. Meerkats dug deeper for roots. Every choice was a gamble. Every day, a fight to survive. Yet, in this darkness, there was light. The animals of South Luangwa and the Kalahari showed us what resilience means. They adapted. They endured. In South Luangwa, elephants remembered hidden waterholes. Leading their herds through parched lands, leopards climbed higher, seeking shade and prey. Buffalo swam crocodile-infested waters for a single patch of grass. In the Kalahari, springbok extracted moisture from the driest leaves. Lions drank the blood of their kills, a grim but vital source of hydration. These were not just acts of survival, they were declarations of hope. Proof that life, no matter how battered, finds a way. South Luangwa's ecosystems are a delicate balance. The Mopane woodlands, with their hardy canopies, shelter antelope and baboons. The Mayambo forests, cooler and lush, harbor rare birds and small mammals. The wetlands, fed by the river, are a haven for hippos, crocodiles, and storks. Each part of this landscape supports the others. Remove one, and the web frays. The drought showed us how fragile this balance is. When the rivers shrank, the wetlands suffered. When the grass died, the grazers weakened. Predators grew hungrier. Yet, the park's biodiversity held firm, a testament to its strength. In the Kalahari, the story is different, but no less profound. The desert's sparse vegetation forces animals to be clever. Meerkats work in teams, one standing guard while others forage. Brown hyenas scavenge, wasting nothing. Lions hunt in the cool hours, their tawny coats blending with dry grass. The Kalahari's ecosystem is lean, efficient, built on the principle of doing more with less. The drought pushed this system to its edge, but it did not break. What can we learn from these lands? South Luangwa and the Kalahari are more than wild places. They're mirrors, reflecting the strength and fragility of life. They show us what it means to adapt, to fight for every breath, to find hope in the harshest moments. The drought of 2023 and 2024 was a warning, a reminder that nature, for all its power, needs our care. Conservation efforts in South Luangwa, from ranger patrols to community programs, kept the park's heart beating. In the Kalahari, animals' resilience carried them through, but for how long? The question lingers. Will we listen to the lessons of the wild? Will we protect these lands and their creatures? The story is still being written, and we hold the pen. Dawn breaks over South Luangwa National Park. The air is still, heavy with the promise of heat. A low rumble ripples across the grasslands. It's not thunder, it's the roar of a lion. A sound that stops the heart of every creature in its path. In the shimmering haze of Zambia's Wild Valley, the lion reigns supreme. No crown, no throne, just raw power and presence. This is their kingdom, the Luangwa Valley. And here, in the heart of South Luangwa, they rule with a quiet, unshakable authority. Lions are more than predators. They're a force of nature. Their tawny coats blend with the dry grass, eyes gleaming like embers in the dawn light. In South Luangwa, they thrive in numbers few places can match. This park is a stronghold, one of the last great havens for these majestic beasts. But their story is not just one of strength. It's a tale of family, survival, and a fight to hold their place in a changing world. Step into the world of the pride. A lion's life revolves around this tight-knit group. A family bound by blood and loyalty. At its heart are the lionesses. The backbone of the pride. They are the hunters. The mothers, the glue that holds the group together. Picture them moving as one, their steps silent. Eyes locked on a distant herd of impala. There's no rush. No wasted energy, just a calm. Deadly focus, honed over generations. The males, with their thick manes and scarred faces, are the guardians. They patrol the edges of their territory, roaring to warn off rivals. Their role is clear. Protect the pride at all costs. In the Luangwa Valley, a pride's territory can span vast stretches of grassland and woodland. The river shapes their world, drawing prey like buffalo and antelope to its banks. During the dry season, from May to October, the land turns harsh. The Luangwa River shrinks, its waters pooling into muddy patches. Grass turns brittle, prey grows scarce. But the lions adapt. They know the river's secrets. They know where the animals will gather, and they wait. Patient, silent, lethal. Hunting is where the lionesses shine. Imagine the scene. The sun dips low, painting the sky in hues of amber. A herd of buffalo grazes near a waterhole. Unaware of the shadows creeping closer, the lionesses move like ghosts. Their bodies low, paws soft against the earth. They communicate with flicks of their tails, glances that carry entire plans. One lioness circles wide, her role to startle the herd. The others wait, muscles coiled, ready to strike when the moment comes. It's chaos. The herd bolts. Dust rises in clouds. The lionesses explode into action, reaching speeds of 80 kilometers an hour. Their claws, sharp as blades, dig into the earth. A single leap can cover 11 meters, one bite to the throat, and the hunt is over. It's not just skill. It's art, a symphony of power and precision. Their eyes are a marvel. In the dark, they see 6 times better than a human. The night is their ally, cloaking them as they stalk. But hunting is no easy task. Even with their strength, only 1 in 4 hunts succeeds. The pride's survival depends on teamwork. A lone lion might starve. Together, they are unstoppable. After the kill, the pride gathers. Cubs tumble forward, eager for their share. The males eat first, a privilege of their role. But every member, from the smallest cub to the oldest lioness, is vital. This is the pride's strength. unity in a world that spares no one. But the lions of South Luangwa face a grim reality. Across Africa, their numbers are falling. In the past 30 years, lion populations have dropped by over 40%. Only 20,000 to 25,000 remain in the wild. Poaching, habitat loss, and human conflict have taken a toll. Yet, here in South Luangwa, there's hope. Conservation efforts are a lifeline. Anti-poaching patrols guard the park's borders. Satellite tracking follows prides, mapping their movements. Local communities are partners. Learning to live alongside these giants, it's working. Prides like the once mighty Big Pride, which split into smaller groups, still roam the grasslands. Their tracks mark places like Mamba and Inafu, writing new chapters in the valley's story. The dry season is the lion's greatest test. Waterholes become battlegrounds. Prey is harder to find. And competition grows fierce. Rival prides clash, their roars shaking the night. A male lion's life is brutal. He may hold a pride for only a few years before younger males challenge him. These fights are not just displays. They're battles for survival. A defeated male risks losing everything: his family, his territory, his life. Yet, even in defeat, the pride endures. The lionesses carry on. Raising cubs, hunting, keeping the heart of the pride beating. Cubs are the future. Born after a 4-month pregnancy, they arrive blind and helpless, weighing just a kilogram. The lionesses protect them fiercely, hiding them in thickets while they hunt. But danger is ever present. Hyenas lurk, leopards strike from the shadows. Only half of all cubs survive their first year, those that do learn quickly. By 6 months, they trail their mothers, watching her hunt. By 2 years, they're ready to join the pride's efforts. It's a harsh school, but it shapes them into the lords of the Luangwa. The lion story is one of paradox. They are kings, yet vulnerable. Fierce, yet tender. Their roars command fear, but their bonds speak of love. In South Luangwa, they embody the wild's heart. A pride resting under an acacia tree, cubs playing in the dust, is a scene of peace. But when the hunt begins, that peace shatters, power takes over. This is what makes them captivating. They are not just animals. They are legends, etched into the red soil of the valley. As we watch them, questions linger. What does it take to rule a kingdom like this? How do they balance strength with sacrifice? South Luangwa's lions are a reminder. Nature is not just a place. It's a teacher. Their survival depends on us, on the patrols that protect them, on the communities that share their land, on the choices we make. The lion's roar is a call, a plea to listen, to act, to ensure that these lords of the Luangwa roam free for generations to come. So, stand with us. Feel the earth tremble under their paws. Hear their story and let it stir your soul. The Luangwa River glows under the morning sun. Its waters a lifeline in South Luangwa's wild heart. A low rumble stirs the air, not a storm, but the gentle call of an elephant. These giants move with quiet grace, their massive forms casting shadows across the floodplains. In Zambia's untamed valley, elephants are more than animals. They're architects of the land, keepers of ancient wisdom, and symbols of a fragile, enduring spirit. Picture a herd on the move. An adult male, weighing as much as 6,350 kilograms, towers over the grasslands, nearly 4 meters tall. His ears, vast and veined, flap softly, cooling his body in the 40-degree heat. The matriarch, wise and weathered, leads the way. Her trunk, a marvel of 40,000 muscles, sways as she guides her family. Calves stumble playfully, tucked close to their mothers. This is the elephant's world, a world of strength, memory, and unbreakable bonds. Elephants are the valley's engineers. Their paths carve trails through dense mopane woodlands. Opening routes for antelope and baboons, they topple trees, clearing space for new growth. Their dung scatters seeds, planting life with every step. In South Luangwa, where the dry season parches the earth, elephants shape the landscape itself. They dig into dry riverbeds, unearthing water for themselves and others. A single trunkful can lift leaders, spraying dust from weary bodies or offering a drink to a thirsty calf. These acts ripple outward, sustaining the web of life. Their intelligence is profound. Elephants remember water holes long vanished, paths etched in their minds across decades. The matriarch, often 50 years or older, carries this knowledge. She leads her herd through droughts, her memory a map of survival. They hear sounds we can't, low-frequency rumbles that travel 10 kilometers, linking herds across the valley. No GPS? No compass, just instinct and experience, guiding them through the wild. But their hearts are what truly set them apart. When an elephant falls, the herd gathers. Trunks reach out, touching the still body in silent grief. Scientists once called this instinct. Now, we know better. It's love. Mourning, a depth of emotion rare in the animal kingdom. Calves nurse for years, guarded fiercely by mothers and aunts. When danger nears, the herd forms a wall, tusks raised, protecting the young. This is family, woven tight by trust and care. The dry season tests their resilience. From May to October, the Luangwa River shrinks and food grows scarce. Temperatures soar, baking the plains. Elephants adapt. Their ears, lined with blood vessels, act like radiators. Releasing heat, they travel farther, seeking shade in sparse grasses. Their tusks, grown long and strong, break branches or dig for roots. In these months, their role as ecosystem shapers shines. A felled tree becomes a meal for antelope. A dug waterhole saves a herd of buffalo. Even in hardship, elephants give life. Yet, their story is shadowed by loss. Across Africa, elephant numbers are plummeting. Poaching and habitat destruction have slashed populations by 30% in 2 decades. Only 415,000 remain. In South Luangwa, hope endures. Conservation fights back. Armed rangers patrol the park, shielding herds from poachers. GPS trackers map their journeys. Helping protect their paths, local communities join the effort. Balancing human needs with the elephant's survival, these giants still roam free. Their footprints a promise of resilience. Cubs are the herd's future. Born after 22 months. A newborn weighs 90 kilograms. Wobbly but eager, the herd surrounds it, trumpeting joy for months. The calf stays close, learning from its mother's trunk. It mimics her, tasting leaves, splashing water, but danger lurks. Lions eye the young, rivers hide crocodiles. The herd's vigilance keeps them safe, a circle of strength. by adulthood, these calves will carry the matriarch's lessons, ensuring the herd's legacy. What do these giants teach us? They show us memory's power, the way to family, the courage to shape a world against the odds. In South Luangwa, an elephant's step is a heartbeat echoing through the valley. But their survival hinges on us, on the rangers who guard them, on the communities who share their land, on our choice to protect or ignore. Their low rumbles are a call, a plea to remember, to act, to ensure these gentle giants walk the Luangwa for generations. So, listen. Feel their presence. Let their stories stir your soul. Dusk settles over South Luangwa National Park, cloaking the valley in amber light. The Mopane woodlands stand silent, their leaves barely stirring. Then, the shadow moves. Sleek, silent. A leopard, the ghost of the forest, slips through the undergrowth. No roar announces its presence. No pride follows its steps. Yet, in the heart of Zambia's wild, this solitary hunter rules the night with unmatched grace. The leopard is a creature of mystery. Its rosette-spotted coat blends seamlessly with the dappled light, making it nearly invisible. Eyes like green flames pierce the twilight, seeing 7 times better than ours in the dark. In South Luangwa's central region, where the Luangwa River carves its path, leopards thrive. They are the forest's unseen kings, moving with a quiet power that commands respect. This is their domain, and they walk it alone. Unlike lions, leopards shun the spotlight. They live solitary lives, claiming territories that stretch across the valley. A male's range can span 56 square kilometers, vast and sprawling. Females keep smaller domains, sometimes as little as 3. These territories overlap, especially when mating calls. But clashes are rare. The leopard avoids conflict, choosing stealth over bravado. It's not loud. It's not boastful, but it's one of the wild's most efficient killers. Hunting is where the leopard's artistry shines. Picture this. A moonlit night, the forest thick with shadow. An impala grazes, unaware of the eyes locked on its every move. The leopard crouches, body low. Each step measured, its breath is held. Muscles taut like a drawn bow. Then, in a blur, it strikes. Reaching speeds of 58 kilometers an hour, it closes the gap in seconds. A single pounce, precise and crushing, ends the chase. The leopard's jaws clamp tight. Delivering a fatal bite, it's over in a heartbeat. No waste, no mercy. Just perfection. But the hunt is only half the story. In a world of scavengers, a kill is a prize. Lions prowl, hyenas lurk. The leopard knows this. With raw strength, it drags its prey sometimes twice its own weight up into the trees, the mopan's curved branches. Strong yet pliant, cradle the carcass. High above, in a cathedral of leaves, the leopard feasts in solitude, safe, untouchable, its secret guarded by the forest's embrace. Adaptability is the leopard's strength, weighing 30 to 90 kilograms. Its body is built for agility, nearly 2 meters long. Tail included, it navigates the woodlands with ease. Its diet is vast birds, reptiles, insects, even hoofed mammals. Nothing is off limits. This flexibility lets it thrive where others falter. In the dry season, when the Luangwa River shrinks and prey scatters, the leopard adjusts, It hunts at night. Cloaked by darkness, it climbs higher, seeking game in sparse canopies. It survives because it bends, never breaks. The dry season, from May to October, is a crucible. Water pools dwindle, grasslands turn to dust. Prey gathers at the river's edge, and competition grows fierce. Yet, the leopard remains a shadow. Its night vision, sharp and unyielding, turns darkness into an ally. Its coat, a mosaic of rosettes, melts into the leaf-littered floor. Other predators rely on speed or numbers. The leopard chooses solitude. Stealth, a strategy that makes it untouchable. In South Luangwa, leopards are a vital thread in the valley's tapestry. Their presence keeps prey populations in check, balancing the ecosystem. But their lives are not without risk. Cubs, born after 3 months, face a perilous world. Hidden in rocky dens, they rely on their mother's cunning. She hunts alone, leaving them vulnerable to lions or hyenas. Only half survive their first year. Those that do learn her ways how to stalk, climb, hide. By 2 years, they're ready to claim their own paths. Ghosts in the making. The leopard's story is one of quiet power. It doesn't need a pride's roar or an elephant's size. Its strength lies in silence, in the ability to vanish and strike. In South Luangwa, a leopard draped over a branch, eyes scanning the dusk, is a vision of wild elegance, but its survival hangs on a fragile thread. Habitat loss and poaching threaten leopards across Africa. Here, conservation holds the line. Rangers patrol. Communities protect. The forest's ghost endures. But for how long? What does this creature teach us? The leopard shows us the beauty of solitude, the power of patience, the art of thriving in shadow. Its every step is a lesson in resilience, a reminder that strength doesn't always roar. In South Luangwa, the leopard's silent reign is a call, a whisper to protect the wild, to cherish the ghosts that haunt the forest. So, listen, feel the night's pulse. Let the leopard's story linger in your heart. The Luangwa River shimmers under the scorching Zambian sun, its waters a sanctuary in South Luangwa's wild embrace. Beneath the surface, a massive form stirs. A snort breaks the stillness, sending ripples across the lagoon. This is the hippopotamus, the river's undisputed giant. In the heart of this valley, where life clings to every drop, the hippo commands respect, not with claws or speed, but with raw power and a presence that even crocodiles hesitate to challenge. Picture a pod of hippos. Their rounded backs like islands in the water, an adult male, weighing up to 1,800 kilograms, looms large. His 4-meter frame a fortress of muscle, small ears twitch. Eyes peer just above the surface. These are no gentle beasts. Their jaws, wide enough to snap a canoe, hold teeth that can crush bone, yet there's a strange grace to them, a quiet strength. In South Luangwa's rivers and lagoons, hippos are the guardians of the shallows. Shaping the rhythm of the wild, hippos lie for the water. By day, they submerge, walking along the riverbed with surprising ease. They don't swim, not like fish. Instead, they bounce, gliding through the depths, holding their breath for minutes at a time. Their nearly hairless skin, sensitive to the sun, secretes a pale pink oil, not blood, as some once thought, but a natural shield. This unique compound guards against burns, fights bacteria, and keeps them moist. It's a marvel, found in no other mammal. A gift from nature to these river titans. As night falls, the valley cools, and the hippos emerge. They follow worn trails, lumbering onto the grasslands. With lips stretching 70 centimeters wide, they graze, clipping grass close to the root. A single hippo can devour 40 kilograms in one night. Roaming up to 8 kilometers from the river, don't let their bulk fool you. On land, they charge at 48 kilometers an hour, faster than a human sprinter. This is the paradox of the hippo. Slow in water, swift on shore, gentle in repose, fierce when provoked. Life in the lagoon revolves around the pod. A dominant male rules, guarding a stretch of water with booming roars and flashing teeth. His harem of females and their young cluster close. A tight-knit family. Territory is everything. Males clash with brutal force, their battles shaking the water. Jaws lock, tails thrash. Wounds scar their thick hides. Sometimes, these fights end in death, but such conflicts are rare. Sparked only when resources dwindle or boundaries blur. The pod's strength lies in its unity. A fortress against the wild's threats. Reproduction is a quiet miracle. At the rainy season's end, a mother gives birth in the water. Her calf, weighing up to 45 kilograms, arrives ready to nurse, even underwater. For a year, she guards it fiercely, guiding it through the lagoon's dangers. Crocodiles lurk. Lions prowl the banks. The pod rallies, forming a protective wall. This care runs deep. Genetic science reveals a surprising truth. Hippos are the closest landkin to whales and dolphins, sharing an ancestor from 55 million years ago. Their underwater calls, vibrating through closed nostrils, echo this ancient bond. In South Luangwa, hippos thrive in pristine waters like the Luwama and Kapamba rivers. Thousands gather, their grunts filling the air. But their world is fragile. The drought of 2023 and 2024 tested them. Rivers shrank, forcing pods into tighter spaces. Food grew scarce, yet hippos endured, grazing farther, diving deeper. Their adaptability is their armor. Even in the dry season, when lagoons turn to mud, they hold their ground, carving channels to keep the water flowing. Globally, hippos are vulnerable. The International Union for Conservation of Nature lists them as threatened. Habitat loss, poaching for their ivory-like canines, and human conflict take a toll. In South Luangwa, hope persists. Local communities and conservation groups protect these rivers, creating biological fortresses. Stable hippo populations are a testament to these efforts. The Luangwa's waters remain a haven, a place where these giants can live as they have for millennia. What do hippos teach us? They show us the power of presence, the strength of family, the will to endure when the world grows harsh. In South Luangwa, a pod basking in the lagoon is a scene of peace, but provoke them, and that peace turns to fury. They are a reminder. Strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it lies in quiet resolve. Their grunts are a call, a plea to protect the rivers that cradle them, to honor the giants who shape the wild. So, stand by the Luangwa. Feel the water's pulse. Let the hippo story stir your soul. The Luangwa River lies still, its surface a mirror under South Luangwa's blazing sun. Beneath the water, A shadow waits. Cold eyes peer through the murk, unblinking. Ancient. A ripple stirs as an antelope dips its head to drink. Then, in a flash, jaws snap. The Nile crocodile strikes. A silent predator claiming its place as the swamp's unrelenting ruler in Zambia's Wild Valley. This creature is more than a hunter. It's a relic of time. A master of patience, a force of raw power. Picture the crocodile, motionless in the shallows of the Luwama Lagoon. Its scaly body, stretching up to 6 meters, blends with the muddy banks, weighing over 680 kilograms. It's Africa's largest reptile. Its bite, a staggering 22,000 newtons, dwarfs even a great white shark's. This is no ordinary predator. It's a living fossil, sculpted by millions of years of evolution in South Luangwa, where the river pulses with life. The Nile crocodile reigns, a silent sentinel of the deep. Patience is its weapon. The crocodile lies in wait, sometimes for hours, barely a ripple betraying its presence, its eyes and nostrils. Perched atop its head, let it lurk just below the surface. A buffalo waits too close. A fish swims too near. The crocodile doesn't chase, it ambushes. In a heartbeat, it surges. Propelled by a powerful tail, jaws clamp shut with bone-crushing force. The prey is dragged beneath, drowned in a swift, merciless roll. This is the crocodile's art. Not speed, not strength alone, but precision, honed to perfection. Its diet is as vast as the river itself. Fish are its mainstay, snatched from the currents of the Kapamba Lagoon. But the crocodile is an opportunist. Waterbirds, antelope. Even other crocodiles fall to its jaws when hunger calls. In the dry season, when the Luangwa shrinks to muddy pools, the crocodile adapts. It stakes out the shallows where thirsty animals gather. Morning and late afternoon, when the air cools, are its hunting hours. A sideways sweep of its tail stuns fish. A sudden lunge seizes a drinking zebra. No chance to escape. The river is its domain, yet there's tenderness in this predator's heart. Reproduction reveals a surprising care. At the dry season's end, when receding waters expose sandy banks, the female builds her nest. She lays 25 to 80 eggs, burying them beneath warm sand. The nest is her fortress. Guarded fiercely, temperature decides the hatchling's fate. At 31.6 degrees Celsius, malas emerge. Cooler or hotter, and females are born. As hatching nears, faint peeps echo from the eggs. The mother listens, her snout gentle as she lifts each egg to the water's edge. Both parents stand watch, shielding the young from herons, fish, and rival crocodiles. For weeks, they guide their tiny brood, a rare devotion in the reptile world. In South Luangwa, the crocodile thrives. The Luwama and Kapamba lagoons, rich with fish year-round, are perfect hunting grounds. Strict conservation and untouched habitats keep their numbers steady. Some live 60 years or more, their rugged hides scarred by battles in time. These waters are their stronghold, a place where the crocodile's ancient legacy endures. But even here, they share the river with rivals, hippos. With their massive jaws, demand respect. Clashes are rare, sparked only when space or food runs low. The crocodile knows when to yield, its cold eyes weighing every risk. The dry season tests their cunning. From May to October, lagoons shrink, crowding prey and predators alike. The crocodile burrows into mud, conserving energy. It hunts with even greater care, knowing each kill must count. Its role in the ecosystem is vital by preying on fish and weaker animals. It keeps the river's balance. Its presence shapes the behavior of antelope and buffalo, forcing them to tread lightly near the water's edge. The crocodile is not just a hunter. It's a keystone, holding the lagoon's fragile web together. What does this silent predator teach us? The Nile crocodile shows us the power of waiting, the strength of instinct, the depth of care hidden beneath a fearsome exterior. In South Luangwa, a crocodile gliding through the lagoon is a glimpse of eternity. A creature unchanged by time, but its future rests on us. On the laws that protect these waters, on the communities that cherish their rivers. Its low growl is a call, a reminder to guard the wild, to honor the predators who haunt the deep. So, stand by the Luangwa, feel the river's pulse. Let the crocodile story sink into your soul. The dawn sky over South Luangwa National Park glows soft pink, a canvas for the wild. A piercing cry slices through the stillness, sharp and commanding. It's the African fish eagle, Zambia's king of the air. Across the valley, a wavering shadow glides, wings tilting like a leaf in the wind. The battler eagle, a nomad of the plains, nearby. In the shimmering shallows, a yellow-billed stork steps delicately, its beak poised. These birds are more than creatures. They're the soul of the Luangwa, weaving life into the river's rhythm. First, the African fish eagle. Picture it perched high above the Luangwa River, its white head gleaming against deep brown wings. With a wingspan stretching 2.4 meters, it's a vision of power. Its golden beak, curved and sharp, is built for precision. This eagle is tethered to water, thriving where rivers teem with life. From its perch, it watches, eyes locked on the surface. A fish breaks the water. In an instant, the eagle dives, talons skimming in a fluid arc. No hesitation, just a strike honed by generations. It snatches its prey midair, returning to its branch with barely a ripple. But it's no picky eater when fish are scarce. It hunts water birds, reptiles, or steals from herons in a clever act of theft. This is the eagle's genius. Adaptable, resourceful, a true survivor. Its life is rooted in loyalty. Fish eagles mate for life, building nests of sticks high in riverside trees. Some nests grow 2 meters wide, reused year after year. 1 to 3 eggs hatch, and both parents share the load, incubating, feeding, guarding. In South Luangwa, their presence is a sign. Healthy rivers, clean wetlands, a balanced ecosystem. They keep fish populations in check, preventing surges that could tip the scales. Beyond the valley, this bird is a symbol. In Zimbabwe and South Sudan, it stands for courage, vision, an unbreakable spirit. Its cry is a call to the wild, a voice that echoes across continents. Now, shift to the Betlur eagle. A silhouette sways against the arid sky, its short tail and jet-black plumage unmistakable. This is no ordinary bird. Its flight, like a dancer's sway, catches every thermal with grace, covering 650 square kilometers. The Betlur is fiercely territorial. Intruders face bold dives. Swoops at 90 kilometers an hour. It's a guardian, carved from the harsh landscape of central Luangwa. By day, It hunts birds, reptiles, and insects by necessity. It scavenges, spotting carcasses from afar with eyes sharper than a vulture's. After bathing in rain-fed pools, it perches, wings spread wide, drying in the sun. That striking pose, like a spirit watching over the land, is the battler's mark. It cleans the plains, keeping the cycle of life turning. In the marshes, the yellow-billed stork tells a different story, standing a meter tall. Its pale pink legs glide through shallow waters. Its curved, golden beak snaps shut in a mere 25 milliseconds, snatching fish and insects from the mud. This stork is a master of strategy. It stirs the lagoon bottom with one foot, flushing prey, then strikes with deadly aim. Rarely alone, it feeds in flocks, sharing the bounty of the wetlands. Their nests, woven from sticks, rise high in mopane groves. Some a meter tall, parents fan their chicks with wings or drip water into open beaks to beat the heat. These storks are vital. They control fish and insect numbers, stirring waters to feed egrets and herons. Their dance in the shallows is a ripple, connecting the lagoon's fragile web. In South Luangwa, these birds face the valley's trial. The drought of 2023 and 2024 shrank rivers, thinning fish stocks. Fish eagles hunted farther. Storks waded shallower pools. Battlers scavenged more, their keen eyes finding every scrap. Yet, they endured, their roles unbroken. The fish eagle signals clean waters. The battler cleans the land. The stork balances the wetlands. Together, they weave the Luangwa story, a tale of resilience under a burning sky. What do these birds teach us? The fish eagle shows us focus, striking true when it matters. The battler embodies freedom, guarding its vast domain. The stork reminds us of community, thriving together. In South Luangwa, their wings are a promise. Life persists, even in hardship, but their skies depend on us, on protected rivers, on conserved wetlands. Their calls are a plea to cherish the wild, to honor the souls that soar above. So, stand by the Luangwa, hear the eagles cry. Let the bird's story lift your heart. The Kalahari Desert stretches endless under a merciless sun. Red sand shimmers, heat rising in waves that blur the horizon. No rivers flow here. No shade offers refuge. This is a land of raw, unrelenting aridity. Yet, beneath the scorching sky, life pulses. In the heart of southern Africa, the Kalahari is a crucible, a place where every breath is a defiance of the odds, where animals carve existence from scarcity, teaching us the art of survival. From May to September, the dry season grips the Kalahari. Daytime temperatures soar past 40 degrees Celsius. Nights plunge to near freezing. Water is a ghost. Locked in the roots of withered grasses, the land tests all who dwell here. Plants shrivel, waterholes vanish. Prey scatters. Yet, the creatures of this desert endure. They adapt with a cunning born of necessity. Their stories, written in paw prints and hoof marks, are hymns to resilience. Take the springbok. Slender and swift, it dances across the dunes. In a land without rivers, it sips moisture from the leaves it grazes. Its body, lean and efficient, pulls every drop of water from sparse vegetation. No need for a stream when survival is woven into its very being. This is the springbok's secret, a quiet alchemy that turns the desert's meager offerings into life. it leaps, covering 10 meters in a single bound. Evading predators with grace, each jump is a testament. A declaration that the Kalahari's harshness can be outwitted. Lions. 2. Bear the desert's weight. In the Kalahari, they are not the roaring kings of lush savannas. They are tacticians, honed by scarcity. Their tawny coats blend with dry grass, invisible as they stalk. They hunt at dawn or dusk, when the air is cool. Saving strength, their prey wildebeest. Zebras, antelope gather at rare waterholes. And the lions know this. They lie in wait. Eyes sharp, muscles coiled. A hunt here is a gamble. Failure means hunger. But when they strike, it's with deadly precision. Claws and teeth moving as one, they drink the blood of their kills. A grim sip of hydration in a parched world. This is their adaptation. Not just strength, but strategy. The brown hyena, solitary and sly, tells another tale. It roams alone. Its shaggy coat dusted with sand. Carrion is its lifeline. It scavenges the leftovers of lions, extracting moisture from decaying flesh. No waste in the Kalahari when food is scarce. It trails larger predators, stealing scraps. In lean times, it joins others. A rare gathering to share a carcass. This flexibility is its edge. Alone or together, the brown hyena bends to the desert's demands. Thriving where others falter, meerkats bring a different spirit. These small sentinels live in clans, their teamwork a shield against the harshness. Picture a meerkat standing tall, eyes scanning for danger, while others dig for insects and roots. Their chatter fills the air, a language of trust. In the dry season, they work harder, foraging in teams to find buried tubers. One guards, another digs, each role vital. Their burrows, cool and deep, offer respite from the sun. This is community in action, a lesson in unity etched in the sand. Migration shapes the Kalahari's rhythm. Wildebeest and zebras roam. Chasing faint promises of green, they form herds. Safety in numbers, hooves stirring clouds of dust. These journeys are perilous. Predators follow. Water is a distant hope, yet the instinct to move drives them, a primal map guiding them to survival. The desert rewards those who dare, those who trust the land's quiet whispers. The Kalahari's balance is delicate. Lions, as apex predators, keep herbivore numbers in check. Without them, grasslands would wither under overgrazing. Springbok and zebras shape the plains, their grazing sparking new growth. Meerkats and hyenas clean the scraps, cycling nutrients back to the earth. Each creature is a thread in the desert's web. Break one, and the whole phrase. The drought of 2023 and 2024 pushed this web to its limit. Water vanished, prey dwindled. Yet, the Kalahari held. Its animals adapted, their resilience a beacon. What does this desert teach us? The Kalahari shows us grit. The power of cunning over chaos, the strength of togetherness in a lonely land. A springbok's leap, a lion's stealth. A meerkat's watch, they're more than survival, they're poetry. But the desert's future rests on us, on protecting its fragile balance, on listening to its lessons. The Kalahari's whisper is a call to cherish the wild, to honor the creatures who defy the sun. So, stand in the sand, feel the heat, Let the desert story burn in your soul. The sun rises over South Luangwa, painting the river gold. A lion's roar fades into the dawn. In the Kalahari, a springbok leaps across red sands, defying the desert's grip. These lands pulse with life, with stories of survival, of lions hunting as one, elephants carving paths, hippos guarding rivers, crocodiles waiting in silence, birds soaring as the sky's soul. This is the wild's heartbeat. A legacy forged in resilience, etched in the dust and water of Africa. South Luangwa and the Kalahari are more than places. They're lessons. Mirrors reflecting life's strength and fragility. The drought of 2023 and 2024 tested their spirit. Rivers shrank, sands burned. Yet, life endured. Leopards climbed higher, meerkats stood watch. Every creature, from the mighty buffalo to the delicate stork, found a way. Their grit is a beacon, a reminder that hope thrives even in the harshest moments. But this legacy is fragile. It hangs on a thread we all hold. Conservation is the wild's lifeline. In South Luangwa, rangers patrol, shielding lions from poachers. GPS trackers map elephant herds. Keeping them safe, communities learn to share the land. Balancing their needs with nature's, these efforts work. Lion prides roam free. Hippopods thrive in pristine rivers. The Kalahari's animals, too, persist, their adaptations a testament to time. But the work is unfinished. Habitat loss, poaching, and climate shifts loom. The wild needs us, now. We stand at a crossroads, the Luangwa's waters, the Kalahari's sands. They call to us to listen, to act, walk a safari trail. Feel the earth beneath your feet, hear the fish eagles cry. These moments bind us to the wild. They remind us of our place in its story. Protect a river, support a ranger. Share the tale of the battler's flight. Small steps ripple. Like a pebble in a lagoon, they build a future where the wild's heartbeat never fades. What creature stirs your soul? Is it the lion? Fierce yet tender. The elephant? Wise and gentle. Or the stork? Dancing in the shallows. Each carries a piece of home, a spark of the land spirit. In South Luangwa, in the Kalahari, they ask one thing: to be remembered, to be cherished. Their legacy is ours to guard. So, let's answer. Step into the dawn. Feel the air hum with life. Commit to the wild, to its rivers, its sands, its wings. This is our responsibility. To hold the pen that writes the next chapter, to ensure the lion's roar echoes for generations. The elephant's trumpet, the hippo's grunt, the eagle's call. They're not just sounds. They're a promise, a vow that the wild will endure. So, stand with us. By the Luangwa's edge, in the Kalahari's heat. Let these stories live in you. Carry them forward. The wild is waiting. Will you keep its heart beating?